Hey guys, DC3 Johnson here, coming with you guys with another MLB video. Guys, I do want to take the time real quick. I know I've been a little bit on a hiatus, and I do want to apologize because I know I had planned to pretty much finish this before the launch of MLB 20, but as you guys, I'm pretty sure all you guys are aware, we've been having issues with the COVID-19 virus. That's kind of changed our lives a little bit. So we had a couple issues there that, we'll probably get in details in another video. But the point is, we're back now, and hopefully we can get this done. I know that MLB 20 at the moment is already out, but I do owe it to see this through. I mean, we're basically more about midway through, or a little bit more midway through. So right now what you're seeing right now is so right after the simulation of the San Diego games, we did have to come across contract extensions and a few other things that we had to take care of. I did try to check the waiver trades to see if maybe we could pick up another player. I did make a trade with Peter O'Brien, which, it's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, we're trying to upgrade our roster to try to finish with a decent record here. Right now, we're not doing too well. We wanted to be above the Mets, and we're a little short. And if we want to be able to kind of have some sort of comeback here, we're going to need to put a lot of effort to it. So definitely upgrading was the way to go here. Hopefully we can get some pieces to start moving well. We did not start off well. That hit did not go the way we wanted it to, so it was 2-1 D-backs here. And looks like we got a trade offer here. No, I literally just gave Eduardo an extension, so not interested in this. Today's the trade deadline. That's fine. We don't have really any more pieces we want to trade, because at the end of the day, you also don't want to move too many pieces, because then the problem becomes that you won't. Team chemistry, I think, will end up suffering. This is a key series for us, guys. The Mets. So this is what I was talking about. I did try to check waivers to see if maybe potentially we can upgrade our roster by claiming people. Checking right now. We're checking free agency at the moment, but there's nothing really that we can add that would add firepower to our team. So we're just gonna have to face the Mets as is, and we do beat them in the series 2 out of 3. So not bad. They're still way ahead of us. We still haven't hit 50 games won, and they're already 55 in. Let's see if we can sim this series. Yeah, we'll go ahead and we do go ahead and make the decision to play this one. I'm personally a fan, like I said, of shutouts. So, or trying to get the game when bases fully loaded. And since it is a division rival, and technically they're not in first place or anything, we're not really hurting their chances, because at this point, they're probably not going to make the playoffs either. So I think we should be okay here, and I shouldn't feel any sort of guilt trip here. At the end of the day, what we're trying to do is trying to impress Derek Jeter, trying to get a good performance review and get picked up for next season and not get fired or terminated. So we do what we gotta do. So this is the thing I've always talked about. Since Keiko's been pitching all game, you do want to get the closing pitcher ready, just in case of any emergencies or any sort of issues here.
The next 0-2.
My boy Castro, my star player, just committed an error that made the bases fully loaded when we could have gone a 2-out.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do.
And see, I actually don't know how I did that, but somehow I was able to avoid him bunting, because he was about to make the bunt, which would have ended the game. But instead, we were able to get him to hold off. Oh, that's it. Game's tied. Wow. At first I thought it was a foul ball.
bases are loaded. Nowhere to put
That's
it
how
with
close it
one
was.
away.
Yeah,
And
see,
that'll
very
bring up the
late.
always
Damn.
dangerous Ronald Acuna Jr.
Just a good hit.
Swing and a fly ball. This ought to at least get the go-ahead run.
We got there in time,
Catches
but
made. Here
sacrifice.
comes the
So,
go-ahead run for the plate. One run scored.
and the other guy's running it too. So,
And a big insurance run here as the runner
3-1.
scores from second. It's now 3-1.
that's great.
Here's the third baseman,
That's
Josh.
oh, and I have Donaldson coming up.
Scoring
That's
position with two gone.
that's beautiful. I'm not gonna. Oh, intentionally walk.
Fastball taken, but that
Bro, I
gets
don't know if
the
you're trying to
zone for a
realize
strike.
I'm trying to close this inning out. What you mean?
Swanson at
Oh
second
yeah,
with
yeah,
two
just
down.
just don't walk away. It's all
Good
good.
changeup, and
It's all
0-2.
good.
Coming up on the century mark
I'm
in
trying
pitches
to
now
get
through the first
the
7
inning
2/3.
put away.
And
So
he's going to empty the bucket right here. He sees the finish line.
no. Oh,
There's no
oh, got scared.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end
All
the
right.
inning. So
That's
3
manageable. We have
runs
2
on only
innings.
2 hits
We'll
in the
probably
inning,
figure this
1
out.
error in the inning, and 1 man left on.
3-1.
Not too many more
Yeah.
shots left. Home
2 to
half of
tie,
the
3 to
eighth
win,
coming
and
up.
we have 6
Atlanta
outs.
leads
So
it 3-1.
it's not the worst thing in the world.
AJ Minter is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half
And
of
they
the
brought their
eighth.
closer out to kind of get the win.
Josh Bell the next
So
to hit.
now, as you guys saw in the beginning, I did make a contract extension with Josh Bell, so I am doubling down on him. And one of the things, since right now we'll talk about while we still have the offense per.
Line drive to center
Ooh.
field. Inciarte
Oh.
is right there, 1 down.
So we did double down on him. I do think that he has the possibility of growing. I mean, his morale isn't that high, and obviously Carmen Cairo, he's my free agent that I picked up, and he's already doing pretty good in his rookie year, and he's probably going to do even better next year. So I do think that we do have some good pieces set up for next year to kind of
Sends that
make a
one out of play
run
for strike
for a
one.
wild card spot. And then the other thing that I did with some of the signees was I did basically at least leave us 1 year of arbitration. So I think in baseball they have like 2 or 3 years that they're available to arbitrate for. So basically the player submits a number, and then the team submits a number, and then the private judge, because it's not a public judge, will make the decision as to who's right based on performance, and I don't really know what else, but it's something similar to that. So I've always been a fan of like leaving that 1 year open, because in a sense, since you're leaving that 1 year kind of available, at least in my personal experience, I've seen that you're able to pay the player slightly less. So say for example, if you had to offer, if a player's like, hey, so you want 4 years, you gotta give me $8 million a year, but they're trying to do that so that way they don't go to free agency. So that way they don't go to arbitration, go straight to free agency. Sorry. So what I've personally seen is when you trim it to 3 years, their offer kind of slims down. So it's like instead of $8 million a year, they're like, oh, pay us $6 million. So especially with obviously Miami's former owner, and you know, was not really well known for overspending on their team. So, and especially right now, Derek Jeter, I gotta help him out. You know, he did pay a lot of money for this team, so we gotta keep it as low budget as possible, but at the same time not be cheap. So that's kind of been my mentality. Was like, obviously we don't want to be spending as much as the Dodgers or the Yanks or the Red Sox, but we want to kind of at least have some sort of respectable team. I don't want to be known as because I have heard really negative things about Miami. I don't really follow the team at all, like on a personal level. I don't really watch much baseball until it's like September, or September basically, once it's towards the end of the season. But like some of the things I've heard is like the MLB has 29 teams and one development. So like they're like infamously known for being a really bottom feeder team with a brand new stadium. That's like the one perk that they have, is that they have a really good stadium, brand new, but they just don't have a good team, which is surprising considering the fact that they're a young franchise. I think they started like in 94, 96, and they already have 2 World Series under their belt, so can't say that from other teams, but I don't know why. I guess just because of the fact that they've had a really low payroll and they're willing to trade some of their stars for like nothing, basically, like 3rd, 4th round draft picks. It's like in the NBA world, that would be like, yeah, I'll trade you Kyle Kuzma or Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown. Yeah, I'll trade them away. You just give me like 3 second round picks. So like not even go for a 1st round, just like, oh, just give me 2nd rounds, you know, just give me a couple 2nd rounds and maybe a little bit of cash and we'll be good, you know. We won't worry about it. Alright, but that was pretty much my take on the contract extensions. That I do apologize, I didn't really get into much of the explanation in the beginning of the video. Once again, I do apologize about the delays with the videos, guys. You know, unfortunately, it's one of those situations that's been unprecedented. So let's just hopefully we can continue moving forward and do what we gotta do. Just like our boy Richards right here, he got the first strikeout. So I did have to, since I did do the sacrifice pinch hitter, I had to sit down Keiko. So we're in the top of the 9th. We did get a 1 run. We're down 1. So not terrible. Still pretty realistically, we still have a shot here.
This is on the ground over to first.
And yeah, we're gonna walk that through.
Ready now, Brian McCann. So far 2 for 3 in this one. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch.
The good thing is, I believe we had a game earlier this year where it did go to like 14th or 15th innings, and one of the teams didn't have any more pitchers, so they couldn't pinch hit anymore. So that's the one thing I am happy with what I have. Oh, this guy's pissed. He's like telling the catcher, "Hey, meet me outside, bro." But it's not the catcher's fault. But what I was saying is that I am happy with the product that we've been having thus far, because, you know, we do have like 2 starters in our bullpen, so we could potentially, as long as the manager doesn't try to screw my strategy up by switching all these players out, we potentially could go really deep into extra innings before. And that's how we might end up winning, like most games. That's always been my strategy. Is like their pitchers will get tired before ours, so they'll make a mistake before we do. Isn't an ideal situation? Absolutely not. But
when I'm sitting 1-0, I am all over the gas, or I am allowed the opportunity to sit on something.
But you know, it's a start.
1-1. When you're down 0-1, your head's on a swivel.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out.
Probably didn't put enough punch in it, which is unfortunate.
In now, Brian Anderson. Hard liner to center field. And that's for a 1-out base hit.
Okay, alright. Base hit. We'll probably go for another steal like we did in the previous inning.
Aggressive style, first pitch, base hit up the middle.
Yeah. Alright, I'm happy with it. One thing's for sure is I can never play MLB online anymore. Because I literally give up my strategy. Oh my god. I do decide to hold off on stealing that base for right now. It's a little risky because the steal average is not really that great. So it could potentially backfire, and with 1 out, I don't want to go down 2 outs.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes.
Oh, that is absolutely horrible. Yep.
2 down.
Now batting.
Alright, catcher. Ooh, catcher's 308, so don't count us out yet.
Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot. has to put the ball in play.
Strike one to start the at-bat.
I was not expecting I was not expecting a fastball.
Line drive to center field.
Yeah. If it would have been a little bit faster and a little lower, we could have probably gone away with it, but instead. Alright, looks like we'll try it again with the Braves. So we did lose the first game. Definitely don't want to get swept here. 47 games won, and I think the Mets are 57, so we really need to start cutting these deficits ASAP here. So as you can see, those are the transactions. If you guys ever want to pause the video, I do leave that information up there, at least for a second or two, just so that way y'all can, if you guys are interested in like checking that stuff out, you guys can.
This thing is by no means over.
You know, you look at this
boy Stecken Rider. Oh yeah, alright, this is going to be easy.
He's got the utmost confidence in his ability to work back into the count and get him something over the heart of the plate.
All we got to do is hold out for 2 outs, bases empty. And this guy is the guy who killed me last time. He literally got a hit that was a sacrifice. But there ain't nothing to sacrifice this time. That's it. Go down 0-2, bro.
That changeup came in at 89 miles an hour.
Bro. Don't swing. Oh, he did. Okay. Alright, we're good though. 2 outs. Ozzy. I'm trying to remember him, but I just can't. At least from the previous game. Sorry, I'm just not good with like a lot of baseball names. Like I know some of the top players, but some of the other ones, like the reason why I know Donaldson is because like I believe he was on the Blue Jays for a while, and Toronto and all that beautiful stuff, and he was on the cover of MLB 16. So that's part of the reason why I would know who he is. And unfortunately I don't, but it doesn't matter because he got struck out, and that is it. Alright guys, I think we're going to leave the video here. I don't want it to be too long. I don't want it to be more than 20 minutes. So thank you guys for watching. I'll try to update you guys as quickly as I can and finish this season as quickly as possible. Appreciate it guys. Stay tuned.